All right, let's not play no games. I need full-on participation. I need you to get down in the comments and work with me. Who should not make this Team USA team? I'm gonna give you my roster that I would keep. Let me know if you agree or not.
No hesitation, no diplomatic answer. Just straight to the point about who shouldn't make Team USA. And what's fascinating here is the confidence behind that statement, because what we're about to break down challenges some deeply held assumptions about how USA basketball builds rosters. This isn't just fan speculation anymore. There's a legitimate debate happening about whether experience should trump current performance, and the answer might surprise you.
The GOAT, Caitlin Clark, should be the starting point guard for Team USA. Duh, the best thing that ever did it. Caitlin Clark starting at point guard. Jackie Young should be starting at shooting guard. That is what I believe it should be. That should be the starting backcourt right there. We move on to the wing position. I got Kalia Copper starting at...
That starting five right there represents a complete philosophical shift. Caitlin Clark at point guard, Jackie Young at the 2, Kala Copper at the 3, Draka Hami at the 4, and Aaliyah Boston at center. Notice what's missing: the traditional USA basketball approach of loading up on veterans and Olympic experience. This lineup prioritizes current form, chemistry, and, frankly, the future of the program. And here's why this matters more than just roster speculation. USA basketball has historically valued continuity. Players who've been through Olympic cycles together, who know the system, who've earned their spots through years of international competition. That's how Chelsea Gray made the Paris Olympics roster in 2024. Despite Caitlin Clark having arguably the most dominant rookie season in WNBA history, the decision to leave Clark off that team sparked massive controversy, with fans pointing out that she led the league in assists and three-point shooting while Gray was recovering from injury.
Team. I have Kelsey Plum coming off the bench. Obviously, Kelsey Plum should make this team. I think the backcourt is set between Caitlin Clark, Jackie Young, Paige Beckers, and Kelsey Plum. You got all you need at the guard spot. You really you really don't need no more guards after that, for real. You need wings and bigs. You don't really need no more guards after those four.
For guards, that's the entire backcourt rotation: Caitlin Clark, Jackie Young, Paige Beckers, and Kelsey Plum. And the argument here is actually pretty compelling when you look at the numbers. Clark averaged 19.2 points and 8.4 assists per game as a rookie, leading the Fever to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Young won a championship with the Aces and earned all WNBA honors. Plum is a proven Olympic gold medalist from the Paris Games. And Beckers, despite missing most of her UConn career with injuries, showed in her return that she's still one of the most talented scorers in women's basketball. But here's the tension. That guard rotation leaves out Chelsea Gray entirely. Gray, who won Finals MVP with the Aces in 2022, who's been a cornerstone of USA basketball for years, and who brings playoff experience and clutch performance. The counterargument would be that Gray turns 32 in October 2024 and dealt with foot and leg injuries throughout the season. She played in only 26 games during the 2024 WNBA season, averaging 10.3 points and 4.4 assists. Those are solid numbers, but they're not elite anymore.
At the 4-5 off the bench, this might surprise some of y'all. Y'all gonna see where I'm going. I got Cameron Brink. On my team. I don't know about y'all. I got Cameron Brink coming off the bench for this team. I have Rakia Jackson coming off the bench on the wing for this team. I also have Kiki Area Finn coming off the bench as a backup big on this team. We have one spot left between Angel Reese.
And here's where it gets really interesting. 3 wings off the bench: Seta Sabali, Ryan Howard, and Rakia Jackson. Wait, that's not what was said. Let me correct that. The actual picks were Sonia Citron from the Washington Mystics and Rakia Jackson, plus Cameron Brink at the 4 or 5, Kiki Harrion as backup big, and Angel Rhee as the final roster spot, Cameron Brink over Brittany Gurrier. That's the choice that's going to generate the most debate. Gurrier is 6 feet 9 inches, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and one of the most dominant defensive presences in women's basketball history. She averaged 17.8 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game in the 2024 season. At age, she's been the defensive anchor for Team USA in multiple international competitions, but Brink represents something different. At 22 years old, she's the future. She was the second overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, went to Stanford where she won a national championship, and brings modern versatility. She can protect the rim, switch onto guards, and stretch the floor with her shooting. The problem? She tore her ACL in June 2024, missing the rest of her rookie season. So, this roster projection is clearly looking ahead to future competitions, not the immediate 2024 cycle.
And being just a role player, which is what she should be. She's not a star go-to player. Rebound, and that's it. That's all. Rebound and play defense. That's all you got to do. That should be your role, but your team in the WNBA sucks so bad that you're trying to do more, and that's just not you. Angel Rhee makes my final 12. So who didn't make my cut? It's a lot of y'all looking like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You got that right. Chelsea Gray didn't make my team. I'm over all these old people. Look, Chelsea Gray's done her thing. She shouldn't even been in the Olympics. Caitlin Clark rookie year. Caitlin Clark should have had that spot.
Angel Rhee makes the final spot. And the reasoning here is actually pretty sound, even if it's delivered bluntly. Rhee averaged 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game as a rookie with the Chicago Sky, setting the WNBA record for consecutive double-doubles with 15 straight games. She's an elite rebounder and brings defensive intensity, but the analysis is correct that her role should be limited. She's not a go-to scorer. She's not running the offense. She's grabbing rebounds, playing physical defense, and doing the dirty work. The Sky struggled in 2024, finishing 13th in 27 and missing the playoffs. And when Rhee tried to expand her role beyond rebounding and defense, the efficiency numbers dropped. She shot 39.1% from the field and had a usage rate that was probably higher than it should have been, given her skill set. On Team USA, surrounded by elite scorers and playmakers, she wouldn't need to do more than rebound and defend. That's actually the perfect role for her spot.
We got 4 of the top guards in the league. Every guard I named, in my opinion, is better than Chelsea Gray. Caitlin Clark is better than Chelsea Gray. Paige Beckers is better than Chelsea Gray. Jackie Young is better than Chelsea Gray. Kelsey Plum is better than Chelsea Gray. We don't need Chelsea Gray on this team. No disrespect. You did your thing. You've had your fair share of Olympic runs. It's time for the new generation. Time for us to move on. Brittany Griner did not make this team. Brittany Griner, now you could always use that 6'9" size.
So let's talk about who got cut and why this matters. Chelsea Gray, Brittany Gurrier, and Veronica Burton didn't make this projected roster. And the explanation given is generational change. Moving on from veterans to build around the next wave of stars. Here's the context that makes this complicated. USA basketball doesn't typically operate this way. They value institutional knowledge. They value players who understand international basketball, which has different rules, different officiating, and a different pace than the WNBA. The three-point line is shorter in FIBA competition. The lane is wider. The game is more physical. Veterans who've played in multiple Olympics and World Cups know how to adjust. That's why someone like Sue Bird played for Team USA until she was 41 years old, winning her 5th Olympic gold medal in Tokyo at age 40. That's why Diana Taurasi was still on the Paris Olympics roster at age 42, becoming the oldest player in Olympic basketball history. USA basketball trusts veterans because they deliver in high-pressure international games, but there's a counterargument: building momentum. The gap between the US and the rest of the world is shrinking. Team USA won gold in Paris, but several games were closer than expected. Australia pushed them. France had leads. The days of winning by 30 points every game are over. And maybe that means it's time to prioritize athleticism, shooting, and the players who are dominating the WNBA right now, not the players who dominated 5 years ago.